Hey guys, it's Mr. Ayala. Just wanted to go over the final video that I'm making for the history detectives. Already explained the rubric, and I told you I'd make a video to show how you're going to submit it. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm using class 1A as an example, but you could use any of the classes. Or I mean, this works in any of the classes, is what I meant to say. All right, so that should be what's at the top here. You should have the rubric, and you should have the video on that explains the rubric. So what this video is going to explain is how you are actually going to submit your project when it's all said and done. So let's go down to where your actual project would be, and I'll show you. And by project, I mean your slideshow, and show you exactly how to put this in. So I'm going to use the example as an example. You're going to use your regular slideshow for this. And it's pretty simple. Based on the rubric and the the 4 things we talked about that are going to equal out to those 3 grades, you will just simply come to the summary that you want to hand in, because we'll talk about the summary, which is the second box on the rubric. If this is the summary, and of course you would already have it completed here, and this was the summary that you wanted me to grade, all I ask that you do is highlight this in yellow. And that's how we'll know that that's the one you want to do. Sorry, I didn't get the whole thing in there. Let's try that again. All right, so now that you have that highlighted in yellow, I will know that this is the summary slide that you want me to grade. Now, when it comes to the graphic organizer, excuse me, guys, sorry. When it comes to the graphic organizer, all you're going to do is go to the graphic organizer that you used. So let's go back to Google Classroom. I'm going to have to use one of these graphic organizers as an example. But when you have the graphic organizer, and let's just say this one is yours, and you have it completed, which means that you have put your digging deeper question right here, and you've put the source of your information right here, and you have filled out the graphic organizer completely, you will hit share right here, and you will hit get shareable link. And when you do that, that link right there, that will be the shareable link. You will click down here, and you will click on can comment so that I can comment on your graphic organizer. You will copy and paste. You'll copy this and then paste it back into your Google Slides. So let's say you have all of this filled in up here. This is your summary, right? All right, and your summary is all complete. Now you're going to put the link for that graphic organizer right here. So again, make sure you have that shareable link, copy the link, make sure it's can copy. If you need to, right click on it, whatever you have to do to copy this link right here, and copy it, and you're going to place it right at the bottom. And there you are. Now you'll do the same thing for both slides, or if you have more than 2 digging deeper questions, you'll do that for all of them. But for the graphic organizer that you want me to grade, yep, you guessed it, you're just going to highlight it the exact same way. It's just that simple. So whichever summary you highlight up here, I'll know that's the summary you want me to grade, and whichever graphic organizer that you share and highlight, I'll know that that's the one you want me to grade. Make sure that all the graphic organizers that you use for each slide are posted just like this at the bottom. But just make sure you only highlight the one that you actually want me to grade. So obviously, if you want me to grade summary 1, but you want me to grade graphic organizer for summary 2, make sure you highlight the one that's on summary 2's page, but don't highlight this up here, right? So again, just highlight the summary that you want and highlight the graphic organizer that you want. Okay, that's really all you need to do, and then you're going to submit this in total. Another thing that I just wanted to make sure of is just like you see here with the Google images, make sure you put your source at the bottom for where you got the Google images. And I don't mean writing Google. I mean, where did you actually get it? Google pulls it from something, so you need to give me the web address for where they pulled it from, which website they pulled it from, because I need to make sure that it's a website that is a reputable website that's good for use on this particular slideshow. Okay, so make sure you go to the actual website where you got the picture from, copy and paste that URL, and post it right here at the bottom in the source. You can see that it's done on this one as well. Okay, because that's going to be all part of that last grade. And just in case we didn't talk about it, make sure your final reflection has everything that you need. Okay, this is where you really get to tell me about how you feel as, playing the part of the history detective or the historian. This is where you're going to talk about, what you learned about yourself and how you will look at things like this moving forward. Read the example. It should give you pretty good information. And that's it. So if you have any other questions, go ahead and shoot me an email. My email address it's either in the about, I believe it's in the about page for Google Classroom. So just, if you have a specific question, please do not email me and say, I don't get all of this, right? That's not something that is appropriate for asking in that situation. But if you have a specific question about something, just come right here and click, and you can ask me that question. And of course, if I'm not your teacher and you're watching this for another social studies class, then of course do that with your teacher. All right, have a good one.